is for everyone that's going through it right now. If you feel really disappointed, if you feel like a failure, and I'm going through that right now, and I've been going through every kind of emotion, from being very sad, being angry, but something that I learned after not sleeping for a whole night and talking to ChatGPT about it, you don't have to suffer from disappointment if you're able to change your perspective. And that's what I did. I got a grade that I felt like I deserved a better grade, and I talked to my teacher about it, and that's the first step that's very important. Communication. Whoever disappointed you or you got rejected, something, whatever, talk to that person, tell that person how you're feeling, and that will give you more closure about the situation overall for you to understand how they made their decision whatsoever. That was the first step that I did, really helped. And then this is the most important step, is asking yourself, what did you learn from that situation? Not just asking yourself, how does it make me feel to be disappointed, and where is this like pain and trigger coming from? Not necessarily only that, but also what are you learning from that experience? And a lot of times we learn the most from disappointment or from failure or from making mistakes. What I did was I was talking to ChatGPT, write me a success story about this disappointment that I face right now. Tell me a story of how that's going to change my life in 10 years or something. Think of it as the story I will one day tell. If you think of superhero stories, they don't always start off by being super successful and then maintaining that. It's like someone that was like struggling and they're fighting for fairness down below, and now you're all the way up and you fought through it. And that's what we call a superhero. So it's about creating your own superhero story, and it always starts somewhere from the bottom, somewhere where you felt like giving up, but you chose to choose yourself and your goals and go after them, even if you keep getting rejected, because that's what all successful people did. They got rejected all the time. Oprah got rejected so many times. The CEO of Canva, she got rejected 100 times by investors and has one of the most successful platforms for creative stuff and designing, because so many people didn't see it until one person did see her vision. And that's why you should not give up when you feel really disappointed and low in life, because there is so much growth to take from that. And by asking about, like, this is my goal and this is my current disappointment right now, how can I deal with that? How can I use that to gain strength from that and use it for something positive that's going to help me long term? You will see that disappointment as kind of like a jump start, you know, kind of like using a trampoline to jump. You're going to end up way higher than just jumping without anything. But for some reason, like, you need to get that trampoline first. And that trampoline can be your disappointment that you're facing right now. It's like, it seems like the end, but it's not actually the end. It's actually the beginning of your new career, of your new life that you are going to have. And that really helped me to understand, like, okay, I felt like the grade that I got was not justified with my English skill, because there was like an English oral exam. But it's like, what can I learn from this? What can I gain from that? And it's like, I want to change that. I don't want to make people feel like that. So I'm using that energy that I have of being upset, of being mad or angry or whatever kind of emotion that you have, and you can let that out on creating something beautiful that is going to improve your mood and all that stuff. Whenever you think it's the end, it's not really the end. And there's always multiple ways to get to the same destination. And usually, because of school, we think there's only one way. We need to have these grades in order to get accepted here. We need a good resume in order to get accepted at that company. We need a certain amount of work experience, but maybe we don't even have any work experience yet. There are so many things that we feel like we can't get somewhere because we feel like we're missing something to have that perfect setup in order to be successful. We need to be rich in order to be rich and stuff like that. Like, we can all start from zero, from somewhere, and we all have some sort of life experience in different areas that helps us have different resources than other people. And let's not focus on what other people have that we feel like we don't have. It's like, understanding like our resources, our strength, and how to use them to keep moving forward. I've been very busy because I have finals in 2 weeks. I'm super stressed about grades and how everything is going to continue, but I still wanted to upload that video in case anyone else is going through that right now and don't think I'm not here anymore. I still am. I'm not on YouTube and reading comments, so I will do that after my finals. I hope you like this video and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!